think.
Yeah. Man, this is a great topic, first of all, because this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? I don't like wasting time. When I speak words, when I put information out, I want it to serve a purpose. And this conversation is serving a purpose.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And so when we're talking about DNA, first of all, let's understand a little bit about the DNA. DNA is a storage medium, meaning it stores information in volumes, okay? And a scientist named George Church actually took a digital ebook and encoded the digital zeros and ones into CTAGs, which are the DNA reading format, and then he downloaded that book onto DNA. Then he said, this is interesting. DNA can store digital data. Then he took the book from the DNA and he uploaded it back, put it in a little device, converted the CTAs and Gs back into zeros and ones, put it back on the server. He said, oh, this thing has upload and download. It can send and receive information. And then he said, let me replicate my book. Let me see how much I can fit on 1 gram of DNA. He replicated the book 70 billion times. A full book with images and photos and data and words and paragraphs. He replicated it 70 billion times and put it, 1 gram is a drop, one little tiny drop in DNA. And he said, wow, now they're sending and receiving information from DNA via wireless information, Wi-Fi. So now they know they can transmit data, convert it, and drop it on DNA. So what they found during these studies and the most recent studies with DNA now is that a human body stores about 13.5 billion years of data. How old is the universe? Well, astrophysicists estimate the universe is about 13.5 billion years old. So we're talking about in each one of our bodies, our atoms are storing information since the beginning of time. And if you could put it all together like a puzzle, you can read everywhere every atom in your body has ever been, and you can create a story from the beginning of time until this very current day.
Talk to him then. Talk heavy then. Talk heavy then, Billy.
So, yeah. So
I want to say something on
yeah.
that. Because, like, I want all of you all to just, feel your body right now, right? Like, from your blood, the DNA that exists within it, right? Everybody has, like you said, downloaded files. Some of those files can make you more prone to addiction.
Right.
Some of those files can make you a better fighter. Some will make you a better thinker, right? Everybody here has something within their body that they may want to overwrite, right? They may not like the way that the information is encoded within them, right? So if a person wanted to start from saying that, okay, well, I don't like the fact that I'm a hater. I want to be more like Billy and Keys.
Exactly.
How can they go about rewriting the hater DNA?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. So now let's take it to the next step. They found out that in your RNA, which is part of your genetic makeup in the DNA, it actually transmits, now they found 15 to 20 generations of past ancestry lives, memories, actual memories are in your body. So 15 to 20 years of your ancestors. So for me, if I have an ancestry of slaves, all the whoopings, the beatings, all the buck fighting, all the teaching of infighting, or I got to be better than this guy because or this guy works in the house and he's with the house and I'm outside in the field and now I hate him and all that kind of stuff. All those traumas. There's a lot more trauma passed down, they found, through the RNA into the next generation than non-trauma. So trauma triggers something that then can pass down the bloodline to other people. So we have in us situations that make you feel like you may want to feel like you're depressed. You want to feel suicidal. And you're like, why am I feeling like this? I got a great life. You might be completely envious and jealous all the time and can't figure out a way to break out of that. Okay, you might be a person that could be having an addictive personality and you can't figure out why that's happening. Okay, and a lot of this stems from epigenetics. The study was done over 20 years ago on epigenetics, and the scientists and the doctors that were working on it were laughed at. They were scoffed. They were like, this is bull, this is baloney. And now, all of a sudden, bring it to the current era, it's being taught in universities now.
Right.
And this is real, peer-reviewed science. They can trace and track it back. And what they found was something very interesting. If a person wants to begin to heal themselves, because this is, again, part of what you were talking about earlier, saving yourself, becoming your own savior. You are your own savior. You need to talk to yourself. That's how it's done.
Come on, talk to them.
So you're talking to yourself. So, for example, they found out that by saying positive affirmations pertaining to what you're trying to reverse in your life 3 times a day for 21 days begins the process of rewriting the DNA. That's the beginning process. This scientific experiment has been replicated now dozens of times all around the world, and they know that now we have the power within our own selves through cymatic frequencies, which are the sounds that come out of your vocal cords. When you speak, you're not really, you think that you're speaking a language. You say, oh, I said this and I said that. What's really happening is you're undulating vibrational waves, and on those vibrational waves there are frequencies. Those frequencies travel across atmosphere or gases and then are picked up by the cochlea in your ear or somebody else's ear, and then the brain deciphers the information. But those frequencies that we utter out of our vocal cord have power over the ether of space-time itself. This is what they don't want you to know. When you speak, you actually are creating an alternate reality. And you can do that to yourself.
No, that's key. I was listening to